Welcome back to Friends Around the Tap. I'm here today with Barry.
What's up?
And Charnine. Today we're tasting ciders from New Zealand. The cidery is called Zeffer, and we're tasting Zesty Citrus.
Yes.
Keep messing up, so I want to make sure I get it right. So the Zesty Citrus is what we're trying. It's an infused cider with lemon. Let's try.
Let's do it. So while he's pouring, so let me tell you guys that Zeffer is like a small batch company out of New Zealand, like we said. Sam normally makes wine, and I don't know if it's Sam Zeffer or if it just said Sam. So one day they decided to try to make cider because, you know, they have apples and they have a cider press. So they said, hey, what are we doing? Let's make some cider.
What are we doing?
Let's make some cider.
Let's make some cider.
And that's exactly their exact words were, hey, what are we doing? Okay, it wasn't the exact words.
Oh, so you were there?
No. I could have been. It was 2009. I was But so they said, let's make some cider. And then bam, cider. There you go. Delicious goodness in a bottle. Or
Smells
okay.
good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that smells good.
Let's see.
Shani, what does it smell like? What are you smelling?
I'm smelling citrus. So I get the lemon smell.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So in these, this cider is also made with Nelson apples. There are like 5 million different types of apples, which I didn't know until I actually started trying ciders.
Mm-hmm.
So who knew? There were so many.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It smells tart to me. Sweet tart. Yeah. To me.
Sweet, like candy?
Candy-ish. Candy-ish.
But at the same time, it's not a sweet cider. It's dry, it has hints of sweetness to it, but it's not on the level of the ciders that, like your mainline ciders that you get from the grocery store that are really sweet.
Right.
It's still dry, it's flavorful, the ABV is about 5%, so it's not too heavy, and it's not like a syrupy citrus.
This is perfect. This is a light summer drink.
Yeah, great summer drink.
Absolutely.
Nice and cold, phenomenal.
Definitely drinking, as we like to joke a lot, we wouldn't share it with anybody. But maybe you're kind, and you would. I don't know. Whatever. So you grab a bottle for you, grab a bottle for your friend, right?
I don't grab bottles for everyone.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I've learned, as we've said on several occasions, the hard way, that everything we drink is not for everybody. So
That's true. That's true.
I don't normally, I'm not going to shift up too much, but I'm not normally one who's going to share. But I would share this because I think a lot of people would like it. I think it's one they would like.
I agree with it, yeah. I think people would like this, and, you know, for the people who don't really like heavy or, you know, hoppy or, you know, or something that's really like over the top, like we normally would like, I think this would be perfect for them. When it gets warm, people are going to be like...
This is a great intro. I would go for that.
Excited
if I had to do or share, then maybe.
If you had to share.
If I had to share, but I've learned from experience. Stop sharing.
No.
What's the next one?
Next one. Let's roll with the hop cider from Zeffer. So this one was New Zealand. Oh, tops off. New Zealand hops. Multiple hops.
3 different types of. Oh, thank you. 3 different types of hops from New Zealand, which is dope.
3 different types? That's impressive.
3 different types.
3
different types. 3. And they also make this with Pippen apples.
Thanks, sir. Okay.
Which is pretty cool. So this is also 5%. So again, good for sipping. I mean, I haven't even had it yet, but I know 5% is something good that you could sip, you know, throughout the day, and you won't be crab walking at the end.
Now, I've had this cider before. It's very popular. It's one of my favorite hop ciders. So I do recommend this one a lot. A lot of time the hops gives it more of a dry champagne-y flavor. People expect for the hops to be more like an IPA, and it's not IPA. It's totally different. Straight hops is more like an evergreen. So when it's merged with cider, it does take on different notes depending upon which hops it is.
I get orange flavor notes from this.
Really?
Do you?
Okay.
It's not left over from the cider? No? Okay.
I like it though. I mean, it's like a great balance because it's like orange and apples to me. That's what I'm getting.
cider apples.
Hey, there was that. Hey, there you go. Orange and apples. So it's a great
about it?
balance.
Oh, also too, this stuff is great for people who are gluten free. You know, you have issues with your tummy, you know, but you still want to drink. Great.
Yeah. I think most of the ciders are gluten free, but you do have to be careful. The hop cider, we're still kind of like on the fence. I don't think, did that say anything about gluten?
I think they were pretty much saying most of their ciders were gluten free.
Okay. Because we're still on the fence about the hopped ones because we don't know how that applies. But this is great. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe you want to check with the hop one just in case, because the other ones actually do say that they're gluten free, and I don't see it on the back of the bottle like I see it with the other one. So just be sure you check to make sure.
That's nice. I mean, the one thing I like about them is that they're interesting ciders, but they're not challenging. So it's not something that I feel like I'm pushing on someone who is not experienced.
Yeah, or like an average cider drinker.
Average cider drinker. I mean, it's a big difference between like doing this and maybe say some of the Spanish ciders are really tart, so intro cider drinkers can't drink them. But the right here, that's great.
Yeah, and like you said too, these are so far the first two are very different from any cider you would try that's more mainstream, and I don't want to mention any names, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, so these are better to me. So these are great to try if you want to try something different, and maybe you don't want like the sweetness or the really sugary kind of cider. Like for me, those are a little bit too much for me. So I like these because they're that nice balance, and the sweet factor is not over the top for me.
So the next one is the ginger beer. Alcoholic real ginger beer.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is when we got this in, we were trying to figure out whether it was an apple cider or whether it was a ginger cider. I think my understanding at this point is it was made with fermented ginger. So it's still within our cider range from the cider company, but I don't know that. Did you pull up anything on apples with this one?
No, but I know they said that the spice they use is a tree spice. And, it was, what is it? The kakawakawa. They use kakawakawa leaves, and I may be pronouncing that wrong, so don't come for me.
Or may not, you know.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I may have it right, but don't come for me if I don't, okay? So the leaves, so it's like a tree spice that they find in New Zealand. And the dope thing about this is, you guys have been watching Friends Around the Tap, we actually use this in a Shark Stormy.
Yes.
When we used the Tiburon rum.
And the difference was we didn't have the bottle version at that time. We just had it on tap.
Right.
So now we have the bottle version.
Woo.
This is fantastic. This would be a great addition to or to use this for a Moscow Mule.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Something
Absolutely
totally
perfect.
different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but if you think about it though, it's like going to be like booze on top of booze. Which is delicious.
That's not a problem, right?
No.
Okay. It makes sure we're all on the same page.
No judgment. I just want to make sure you know this does actually have alcohol, and I think it's 4.5%. I think, so it does have some, does have something to it.
There's a kick to it.
It's gonna have a little kick to it.
So it's a nice, because I remember from the last time. I mean, the smell is really nice. It's
very gingery.
Yes, definitely ginger.
Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's easy. Again, it's not an over-the-top challenging cider. It's not super sweet. It's actually not too dry either. It's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's easy to give this to any consumer or even use it in a cocktail. This one is an easy one for a cocktail.
I would think it would be more like perfect in a cocktail for me. Like I don't see me sipping this
all night
unless I was
itself.
eating something. They said they like to recommend it with pad thai, but unless I was eating something, maybe to help take down like a spicy kind of level or something. But
and I think the spice does a little something with the ginger because it's not. You taste the ginger. It's big, but it's not. It's a little herbal on the back end for me. So it's not like a straight ginger beer.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to finish this bottle by myself.
Right.
Because I want to actually, me personally, there'll be a lot of mixing with it as well, like the Moscow Mules, or in fact, we did the Shark and Stormies or something like that. That to me, then I'm fixing for a few folks, like-minded individuals, not just the folks that I don't like this, but like-minded individuals like ourselves, where we have fun with making some craft drinks or craft cocktails with it. So.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's something that I would totally say, hey, let me just drink and let me drink. Like the other two, I could see myself just drinking and, you know, and having a good time.
I could do it. I actually think I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
That reminds me, like, I don't know. It's something I could just sit there and ease through it, take my time with it. You know, the other ones I will enjoy quicker. But this one, I would sit there and take my time with it. I actually would be interested in trying it over ice and seeing how it does over ice versus just cold straight.
Okay.
Curious how that would go. So the next one we're doing is the Demi-Sec. 100% apple, cider apples, wild fermentation. My expectation is that this should be a little sweeter, with it being a Demi-Sec, so let's see.
I like that it's made in the French tradition, which is like a second fermentation in the bottle. So that's pretty dope.
I think this one also said something in the description about Kiev was a...
You remember?
I don't remember now. It was part of the process. I know one of the processes that they used to make sparkling cider, but I didn't specifically remember. Like, I don't remember the specifics.
Yeah.
Same way they make sparkling cider.
Which is probably where they get the
French process.
Yeah, where they get the French, which was what I was just saying about the French traditional method, which is like the second fermentation in the bottle, kind of how you make bubbles, champagne, prosecco, you know.
Now I have to go on a limb. You were talking about these two would be easier to kind of move into mainstream. I want to say this Demi-Sec.
Oh, definitely the Demi-Sec.
Yeah,
definitely the Demi-Sec.
Folks are gonna love this.
They're not. I mean, it definitely is a lot sweeter than the other two. It's not as dry, but it's not too sweet.
No.
But it is sweet and it's good. It's good. But all of them are interesting. All of them are cool and easy and have different personalities.
Yes,
with them.
agreed.
But the Demi-Sec is definitely a little bit more mainstream.
I'll say it again. We might have to try that with a cocktail.
Well, we should try it with a cocktail.
We will. As a matter of fact, we will. I'm wearing my Drinky Events t-shirt to kind of plug our Saturday event.
Yes.
Which will be tasting
3 different ciders.
Thank you.
3 different wines.
And I'll be showcasing a cocktail with cider.
Yes.
That we can make.
And this, well, this one's cool too because it's only 4.5%. So you know what you're getting here. You know, like you can drink all day. Mm-hmm. Mix it in a cocktail, and you know, take it up a notch.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you want to. I mean, you're about to make a great cocktail. We tried a cocktail he's making on Saturday earlier. Yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff. Good times.
Absolutely. Bring a designated driver.
Or take the metro.
Right.
Metro.
Or take Uber. Uber works.
Lyft. Let's not forget Lyft too.
Yes. Whatever.
Oh, we'll give shout outs to all of them now.
Right. I'm like, are they
Metro, Yellow Cab.
I
got a little room right here on my t-shirt if we need to for
sponsors?
For whoever.
Oh.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Well, thanks again for joining us at Friends Around the Tap. Hope you enjoyed yourself. You can follow us on
Imbibe Friends on Twitter, Friends Around the Tap on Facebook and Instagram.
Please make sure you give us your suggestions online. And thanks again for joining us.
Salute.
Cheers.
Share with a friend.